Grab your mocha, grab your latte, cappuccino, whatever the hell you call it. It's your boy, Jobbers and Goons. I'm your host today, and this is the coffee shop. We're going to have a pretty fun battle scenario pop off. This is essentially what if Raditz appeared in Gotham, right? You know, the Saiyan subjugator of worlds, and declares Gotham his bitch. Can Batman do something about that? We're going to find out today. If you are a fan of battles like these, my channel or my main channel, Jobbers and Goons, make sure to like and subscribe to show support for the channel and turn on the notification bell. To get a full understanding of how this battle would transpire, I gotta go over both characters, lay out the landscape, and then discuss what would happen. So, first, let's talk about the invader, my boy, Mr. Put You on a T-shirt, Raditz. Okay, so Raditz is obviously a Saiyan warrior who is, like many Saiyans, proud of his warrior nature. In fact, he's a subjugator of planets. We find out that even the young in his culture take over planets by themselves for their race. They just have to prove their dominance. Obviously, they do this through the manipulation of their own ki. A power source that allows even characters like Raditz at that early stage to be casually scaling to like moonbusters. So, according to Raditz, he's a part of the most powerful warrior race in the universe, scouring the different planets, and he discovered Earth and begins battle soon after. So even in his first appearance, we saw that Raditz could casually catch bullets, inflict them back so hard that they would one-shot a human, with humans having a power level of 5, so they're absolutely fodder to Raditz. Obviously, Raditz's power level, we're probably going to go like moon level-ish, moon level plus. He no-sells completely a blast from Piccolo, a character who we see a little bit later literally blow up the moon in desperation to stop Gohan from rampaging. We see him literally, with just his tail, one-shot Krillin with a slap. Raditz, while engaging the likes of Piccolo and Goku, easily folds Killing Intent Goku. While Raditz is not the smartest of characters, like we have seen him get styled on by Goku and Piccolo, as with their strategy they were able to eventually put him on a t-shirt. He does have formidable training. In fact, the first time he's fighting Goku, he's like, you don't even have the fraction of training needed to defeat someone like me. You're just not skilled enough. So obviously, I do think Raditz is slept on as an experienced and skilled warrior. Obviously, he has his ki blast. He has his scouter, which tells him power levels of the characters he's going up against. Unless they can suppress their power, like literally know how to hide their power, he can tell how physically capable they are, like how much shit they could probably blow up. He's got his superhuman speed, his instinct. I mean, we've seen him literally against Goku. He seemed to know he was getting attacked before he even saw it. So he does have obviously heightened sentience for combat, and he, despite being not the smartest, I mean, we literally saw him say Saiyans were smart. He's dumb for that. We know he is not as dumb in combat as people think. Like, he was able to constantly just blitz Goku and Piccolo, trying his best to take away their best options and take them down before they could use their best weapons against him. He's not the type to be like, oh, hit me with your best shot. Nah, he'll try to neg your energy shots. I mean, he negged Goku's Kamehameha, which was over 1,000 power at the time. And we've just seen overall, like, he will try to blitz in once he's established a battle with you. He does talk trash, yes. Everyone in Dragon Ball, Loki does. It's anime, get over it. But he is one of the more efficient, let's get right to it, try to blitz characters. So yeah, I definitely say you'd have to watch out for Raditz immediately bringing the action to you. With that being said, we're gonna switch on over to the guy who's trying to stop him when he pulls up, Batman. The famed masked crime fighter from Gotham Batman is a billionaire turned vigilante after seeing his parents get gunned down as a kid. As the most famous detective, honestly, in the multiverse, Batman is tasked with not only protecting his city of Gotham, trying to rid it of all its horrible crime, but also joining teams like the Justice League in an effort to bring more protection and peace throughout the world and ultimately protecting his reality. So, as the famed Just a Man from Gotham in a suit, what's Batman capable of? Well, let's look at some of his gears. Obviously, Batman will be using and incorporating a lot of gear to try to take down a character like Raditz, who is obviously super powerful. So, I'm not going to be using anything extreme like the Hellbat armor or anything. I'm basically observing Batman as Batman in the cave, grabbing some of his shit that he's got in the cave and pulling up immediately. So, let's talk about some of the stuff he brings to the table. In terms of equipment he can use to bring, a super-powered foe down and into custody, he has metahuman cuffs literally designed by Mr. Miracle himself to be unbreakable. These even held the likes of Cheetah, who can combat Wonder Woman. His hook, that he famously always has, can blast through parademons, and has also one-shot Killer Croc. Also notable, the electric hook took out Metallo in one shot. A big asset for him will be the explosive power he could potentially bring into this matchup. Some of the explosives Batman has designed are absolutely insane. He's managed to hurt Amped Superboy for a little bit with his explosives. He rocked the shit out of Damage, who's able to fight Superman. It's even stated that some of the explosives Batman carries when he chooses to use them, at their full potency, they hit harder and they are more damaging than even Superman's own laser vision, which is crazy. On top of taking out Doomsday clones with his explosives, they've also managed to absolutely wreck Yellow Lantern constructs. So his actual capability with explosives, especially if he has time to grab some from his lair, is actually super powerful, considering he can also knock back Superman. In terms of things he's used as like sharpened weapons, he has metal blades that are potent enough to cut Gorilla Grodd, who can brawl with Flash, and can cut Lobo himself, and even took out an Amazo clone. His KO toxins have worked on gods, and he actually does carry some fear gas that he can fold people with, which even Superman is susceptible to. And he does have lanterns or lasers that he has produced with prep. So basically he created lasers he can go and get and carry around that can match Lantern AP. And his tasers have even hurt Superman before. Not to mention something unique he could bring to the battle, his cold attacks and cold produced attacks are cold enough to even freeze the non-tangible. So, if Batman with all his tricks, I didn't even review all of them, but I reviewed a bunch. You guys typically know what he brings to the table. If he pulled up on Raditz, had time to grab something from the Batcave, then pull up, could he stop this Saiyan brute? So, if the two engage in fisticuffs immediately, which I do believe would happen, because that's honestly how Raditz seems to operate, because Batman's not going to back down to him. Like, if y'all think he's pulling up intimidated by Raditz, you're crazy. Batman doesn't give a shit. He's literally met gods in the street. Batman's going to pull up, and they will start to engage in fisticuffs. This is when we see Batman kind of assume capabilities for Raditz, right? And this is what's dangerous for Raditz. I actually think he might assume Raditz is a lot stronger than he is. Let me explain why. Raditz is going to be coming in talking about taking over the planet, right? He's just going to be like, oh, I'm going to take over the planet, dominate this place. Batman very well may assume Raditz has like knowledge on the planet, which would include like a Lantern's there, a Flash is there, Wonder Woman, all this shit. Like crazy people are there. So he's like, oh, this dude thinks he could take those people out too. So I think Batman would actually bring out the big guns first. I do believe his explosives, his smoke grenade, a combination of all his tech, after initially evading Raditz, which I definitely think he's capable of, because Batman has been able to evade Wonder Woman, Superman, Flash families, all these characters. Like, he can, in short bursts, Batman can keep up with anyone. I mean, he's so good at predicting what's going to happen. He's going to know Raditz is going to come in and try to make a statement. So he'd be able to get out of the way. And that's when we see him engage with equipment. And I do believe, like, if some of those explosives even touch Raditz, he's fucked. He could potentially get frozen. The smoke clones that Batman have could confuse him. It's going to be an interesting battle, but I do think with the hacks he has through the gear and the versatility that Batman will have to bring with him, I do think he would bring down Raditz through a combination of deceit, skill, and firepower through the explosives he has. Like, the same explosive that rock damage would kill Raditz. So, I definitely see Batman being able to take down Raditz, even through extreme force, if he has to. So, let me know what you guys think. Obviously, I think if Batman had no gear, that's horrible for Raditz. He could maybe take him out through sheer skill, possibly, but obviously it's a different story if he doesn't have any of his gear. But we're assuming gear here, and I think it's a fantastic battle. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below on who would win. I'm curious to hear your opinion. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's been your host, Jobbers and Goons. This is The Coffee Shop, and I will see y'all later. Peace.